You see how I do that? Just keep on going, keep on going. I gotta keep on going. I gotta be great. I'ma be somebody. I don't love you till you be somebody. I'ma be somebody. But we back with the if y'all don't know who Garth Brooks is, he's a country singer. But even before Tom Segura's a comedian, even before Tom Segura was saying this, I've been hearing this that Garth Brooks is a murderer. I don't know how true it is. We about to find out. I'm rolling my little blunt. About to investigate. So let's investigate.
Tom Segura and Garth Brooks are locked in what might be comedy's longest-running one-sided feud. It all started with Tom making fun of Garth for being, let's just say, awkward on social media. But it morphed into something way bigger than even Tom could have imagined. Over time, the joke evolved. It wasn't just, hey, Garth seems a little weird online. It became, Garth is so awkward, maybe he's a murderer. Tom's fans took the ball and ran with it, flooding every one of Garth's social media posts with absurd phrases nobody understands except the hardcore YMH fan. While comedy fans love the sheer audacity of trolling one of the biggest names in entertainment, Garth, not so much. He started by blocking Tom from commenting, but that only made YMH fans go harder, and eventually Garth,
see,
one
that
of
right
the
there
biggest
is
names
weird.
in entertainment.
Anybody can say anything about you. Right? That's the First Amendment, freedom of speech. But when you go out your way to block somebody, kind of makes you look like mean. But he's saying it isn't just jokes or nothing like that. Kind of saying like it's some validation to that. It's like, oh, stop this guy from commenting on you. I'm like, oh my fucking, like, come on, my boy, you're a country singer.
Blocked the entire
if I was
YMH
famous, I wouldn't
team,
give a fuck with nobody.
eventually shutting down his comment section entirely. Garth has stayed out of the drama and never publicly acknowledged Tom or the ongoing joke. But according to Tom, Garth is more than aware and even said that when Tom had his infamous accident, Garth watched the video and just said one word: karma. In this video, we're breaking down the entire saga, starting from where it all began, November 11th, 2014, the country music star's first social media post.
I guess it's official. We're now on Facebook. I really wasn't sure about this at the start, but then a friend of mine said something that just made all kinds of sense. She said, think of it more as a conversation. I like that. But I'm already finding out on my own. So it's wiping the walls out between you and me, and I really like that. It allows us into each other's worlds, or I guess in my case, the hotel room. When I think about things I want to post cool stuff, slick stuff, neat stuff. But most of the stuff I'm going to post is going to be raw stuff like this. This is just who I am. Raw. So if this is truly a conversation, then I say let the conversation begin.
For the average person, there's nothing unusual here, but for those of us who are a little more psycho, like Tom, we see through the act. There's something off. It's not just awkward, it's forced. Garth was famous before social media even existed, before every celebrity was expected to connect with their fans in this weird personal way. And when he tries, it's like his team is making him do it. It's the energy of a step-parent who's secretly a ticking time bomb, the kind of person you walk on eggshells around at home. But in public, they're all smiles, over the top, super nice guy. Everybody else buys into it, thinks they're the nicest, most relatable person in the world. But you know that when the cameras are off, that switch could flip at any second. So Tom started to look deeper into Garth.
The dream still lives, and my dream is for us to love one another. All of us.
Oh my God.
Fucking yo, that's creepy.
All of us.
Not a lot of emotion in those eyes.
No, he's dead there.
All of us.
And he leans in and he doesn't really connect with you.
And why do you go, all of us?
Because it's dirty.
That sounds like it went.
It's for us to love one another. All of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate that guy.
The deeper Tom dug into Garth,
Yeah,
the clearer it became. This guy lacks sincerity. Not in a casual, out-of-touch celebrity way, but in a way that feels unnatural. It's like Garth got so famous that he lost the ability to relate to normal people. Every interaction, every video, every public moment feels like he's mimicking what he thinks a regular person should act like.
Every show is going to be game day or Garth day, however you want to look at it.
My fault, y'all. My cousin calling me from jail. Gotta take a jail call. Yo, 1 second, hold on.
Come dressed in your full colors, support your team. Let's go have some fun. And let's get physical playing music. I like that thought.
If you were sexually abused while in a juvenile detention facility, you could be entitled to $580,000 or more in compensation. Over $4 billion has already been paid to survivors. In most states, you can file your claim anonymously, no public exposure, and no physical proof required. Signing up is free and confidential. Click the link below to find out if you qualify, because you deserve to be heard and you deserve to heal.
Oh, for real. That's what's up. I was just about to say, damn, my boy, you sound tired as shit. Mm. Titus, get the fuck away from me with that crying shit. Hold on. You said what happened? Uh, Yesterday, right after I got the phone with you, I did another stream on some late night shit. I was on the Omegle joint. That joint's jumping right now on my Twitch, bro. That joint's jumping. I'm surprised. I ain't run into no weird ass old heads beating their dick on that joint. I'm surprised, but it's cool. That shit worked out in my favor. I got like 3 clips off that joint. I start posting them joints on like TikTok and Twitter and shit. Them joints is doing numbers now. Just gotta keep staying consistent with this joint. I ain't gonna care. I ain't even feel like streaming today, but I was already on a little consistent streak, so I didn't want to fuck it up. Shit, that's about to be all winter, bro. I'm about to just be on the streams, chilling. Yeah, nigga, you about to make me yawn, nigga. Mm, Pops, got you. Hold on. Before I even, cause I ain't even locked. Uncan, what's the number again? 223 285 9142. I'm calling you now. Lay down. Lay down. Damn crying. Hold on, chat. 1 second. Making jail calls. I can't even answer, gang. No. He gonna call back. He gonna call tomorrow between 1 and 2:30. Okay, I need to get a vape. Damn, don't you block me or nothing? Oh, no, nah, at first it didn't go through. I said, damn, block me, nigga, what the fuck? Nah, I had to send that joint as a text message. Hold on, chat. I gotta grab some to drink. they say? I could do a backflip. Alright, go ahead. Do a backflip. Having niggas do dumb shit just cause chat said. Stupid. I love Twitch. Man, chat. Kenny says stay active on here, chat. You feel me? W's in the chat for Kenny, man. Free Kenny, man. Kenzo coming home soon. I'm back, chat. I had to take that jail call. I mean, you gotta take the jail call for the homies when they locked up. 'Cause don't nobody answer for them. But I'm locked up, man. I'm mopped up. All right, y'all ready? Y'all ready to see hear about Garth Brooks? This fucking thief. I don't know if he's a thief. Oh shit! I'm like, what the fuck? All right, here we go. I don't know what happened.
Every video,
Here we
every
go.
public moment feels like he's mimicking what he thinks a regular person should act like.
Every show is going to be game day or Garth day, however you want to look at it. Come dressed in your full colors, support your team. Let's go have some fun. And let's get physical playing music. I like that thought.
Physical playing music. That's fucking weird.
Huh?
What the is wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
I think. Can I tell you what's really?
He doesn't know how to connect to human
No.
beings, which is
Or
odd
to
that
be
you're
himself.
such a huge music star.
Right. That's the. See, this is the conundrum. Is he's trying to be this friendly
What's
social media
up?
guy,
What's
and he's
up?
not this guy.
With
First
Garth,
time
there's an
chatter.
obvious
We got a
disconnect.
first time
And me,
chatter. Emma era 52. I'm sorry. I'm dyslexic. I can't fucking read.
quality
sometimes.
that makes you
How
question
you
if the guy
doing?
behind the camera is even real.
Uh,
It's not just awkwardness,
appreciate you
it's something
chatting.
deeper. There's something off. And because Tom is a comedian, he did
Kofi.
what comedians do. He pulled on the thread.
Kofi
He took it to its
Kingston.
extreme. What if Garth isn't just
It's
awkward?
so is.
What if he's hiding something?
So all this stuff is so foreign to him that he's never
I'm sorry.
adapted like how to be
Right.
natural doing.
All right, since you just hopped in here, I don't know how long you've been here for, but we're about to watch Making a Murderer. Tom Segura versus this is Tom Segura. He's a comedian. All right. Hey, Trail got the work day over with. That's the best part when you get to go home and just relax, do what you want. You feel me? But this is Tom Segura. This is Christina P. They're married. They're comedians. I'm pretty sure you know who Garth Brooks is. He's a country singer. But it's a conspiracy saying that Garth Brooks is a serial killer. Like if you line up all his tour dates, it's a murder or a missing person. It's a murder or a missing person within like 3 to 4 miles of every one of his venues. I would love to say I had work today, but I guess this is my work. I'm trying to start my job from the ground up. You feel me? I'm unemployed right now. Sad to say, but I don't let that stop me. You know, do little under the table jobs, helping people out, get $2 here and there, and then I just come home and stream. You know. Oh. Don't let me like confuse you. I'm not one of them. I'm not Kai Cenat or nothing. I'm not making hella money off a stream right now. I gotta be consistent with it, get my viewerships up, you know, my followers up. I only got 20 followers. I'm small fry. But eventually I'll get there. Until then I just do little odd under the table jobs, you know what I'm saying? Help people move, fix appliances around houses. I'm like a maintenance man basically. How about you? What you do for work?
Well, and I'll tell you.
And
how
also, he might be a monster in real life.
I think
I saw you are starting out and doing a great job. Oh, thank you. Like interacting with your viewers. That's good, but I think you should modify your channel with some professional display. That's better identifies for you and your channel. I understand. I understand. People come in here like every stream. People come in here and promoting like themselves, which is cool. I like that when people promote themselves for making like graphic designs and stuff. I'm just not at that point where I can take money out pocket for something like that. I got a lot. I got a lot going on right now. You know what I'm saying? I got animals. Got my grandmother is with me. I got like bills and car bills and all types of shit, phone bills. But as soon as I get enough chunk of change, where I don't need to buy anything or spend any money, believe me, I'm gonna upgrade and make everything look beautiful.
he's a monster.
Trust me.
At first,
Trust
it's a
me.
joke, a way to make sense of the weird, forced energy Garth puts out. But the more Tom leaned into it, the more it resonated. Because when someone
You
seems
know your
this
logo
disconnected from
banners.
reality, it starts to feel like there's more going on beneath the surface. It was so funny to Tom that he couldn't keep it to
stand out.
himself.
It
He had to
shows off
share
your
it with anyone
vibe,
who would
helps
listen,
people
and that
recognize
included
you
airing Garth
quicker, and give new viewers a reason to hang
out on the
around.
biggest podcast
I
on the
agree.
planet,
I agree.
the Joe Rogan
I'm
Experience.
working on it.
Even
Trust
Joe,
me, I'm
who's
working
seen
on
and
it.
heard it all, was put off by Garth's energy.
And let's get physical playing music. I like that thought.
It's so weird. Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Get that off the
Smile.
screen, Jamie.
Eh.
You gotta prepare me.
Why was
for
I in
shit
the
like
middle of the
this.
house?
Why are you just so loud?
Because here's
Hot
the thing.
second.
He's been so famous for so long that I think he really thinks like, what are normal people like? You know, if you said like, how much is a bottle of whiskey? He'd be like, I don't know,
$1
$10
million.
grand. He doesn't fucking have any idea. And his social media is really awkward, and it's the best thing in the world right now.
It really is great. It really is
From the
amazing.
announcement, that Facebook one that you know was, you saw that one. He's like,
Dude,
well, I
dude,
guess
dude.
it's official.
But-
I think he's very sincere. I believe it. But there's something weird going on there, and I think he's got a couple bodies in the trunk. I just don't. I think there's something going on.
These days, most people go on podcasts to promote whatever
That's fine.
project they're
Here, you want me
working
to?
on, an
Here, I'll put
album,
my
movie, a
Discord.
special. But with Tom, he wasn't selling a tour or a Netflix special. He was making the rounds just to market Garth's craziness.
Like, pay attention to those odd voice, like octave changes.
That's my
They're
Discord.
so-
If
they're
you
so
can find me on
deliberate,
Discord,
and
just
the choice to do them.
send
they're
me it,
deliberate,
and I'll look at them.
They don't line
know?
up. Like why you would go like
Well,
that. I don't
I'll
know.
look at them and
It's like
see what.
if
see.
you go.
I hate to say this
Ethan like?
because I've said this to a lot of people, but you know, it's the better design wins. You know what I'm saying? I usually be like, oh yeah, go, post them and I'll go look at them, and then whenever I get money, I'm gonna shop with you. I say that a lot to people, but to be honest, it's like whoever I feel as though can capture what I want my page to look like is the one I'm gonna go with, which I'm pretty sure you could understand. But I was literally about to go lay down, go. You're not going outside. You were just outside. You're not going back outside. But I'm sorry. What was I about to say? Ooh, matter of fact, you are going outside. You just farted. Hold on, let me let the dogs out. Alright, I'll check Discord as soon as I come back up. The dog just farted. it. I'm sorry. So I had to run. The dog's doing too much. Let's see.
Like, what's Gila like? What's Christina like?
I'm gonna check my
And you go, this
Discord
is
right
kind of
now.
their personality,
Mhm.
but with him, it feels like a manufactured personality
Mhm.
in the social media posts. It always feels like he's
Rehearsed.
I
saying
just
the right
accepted
thing
it.
at the right time,
Which is weird.
and it feels that reads to a lot of people as inauthentic.
The best part is Tom wasn't forcing it. The more he talked about Garth, the more people got it. The eerie videos, the forced sincerity, the bizarre disconnect, it all clicked. Tom had tapped into something people had felt but never put
Oh,
into words.
I'm sorry.
And soon it became a common theme. Garth was Tom's gospel, and he was sharing it with whoever would listen.
It becomes easy in a stadium.
He's about to cry.
People the furthest away make them feel like they're front row.
Oh boy.
He's getting emotional there about putting on the show that'll change your life. It's weird, man. It is weird.
Something's going on. We got Dr. Drew has to watch.
What's going on is he's thinking about all the bodies
Again,
he's
for
got.
the new people that's here, I said another viewers in here. We're watching Garth Brooks. Tom Segura accusing Garth Brooks of being a murderer.
That's stacked in fucking graves.
Everything lines up. After this video,
He's a
Yard, for
killer.
100%. He's probably killed 200-300 people in his life.
It's a good cover.
The joke started as Garth Brooks is kind of insincere, but the more Tom ran with it, the darker and funnier it got. Before long, it wasn't just Garth seemed off, it was that he had the energy of a guy with a basement, the kind that would rival John Wayne Gacy's. It was ridiculous, sure, but it felt right. Garth's whole persona was so forced, so unnatural that people started to buy into the bit. Not because they actually thought he was a serial killer, but because, at the very
Nah, I
least,
think
he
he
acted
is.
like someone with something to hide. While not everyone in the comedy world knew what Tom had been up to, his fans did, and they started what would soon become the absolute destruction of Garth's social media.
Is this getting as much attention from the world as you guys are giving it on this,
This
podcast?
video stuff?
Garth's
Garth is-
entrance to social media.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know, is it?
I don't know if he's getting.
You're
we've
doing
gone-
a
yeah.
lot of the legwork,
Dude, his
educating America, are
yeah,
you?
no, his
Yeah.
social media, his Instagram is over. It is
It's
over.
destroyed.
It's destroyed. It's destroyed.
fucked up his
Yeah.
Instagram.
We've infiltrated.
I mean, I didn't.
Wait, that's something that's been going?
Oh yeah,
So
all his
many
comments are inside jokes from us,
Yeah.
and they're usually vile, but like some weirdly veiled. Like they don't add up if you don't know what it. That's why everyone's like, "What's going on here?"
This is, oh, dude.
Okay.
When you're going to get him, by the way. I just feel like,
Imagine
come
he,
on.
imagine
come
he
on,
gets
man.
Come
He's
on.
got to know about this.
Be
Okay,
weird,
okay.
Be weird with us.
Tom was right. Garth's social media was destroyed. Every post flooded with gibberish comments. Nonsense that made zero sense to the average person. But to your mom's house fans, it was gospel. The tie that binds.
The gospel,
And then
brother.
there was the comment. The one that became a movement. Where are the bodies, Garth? On the surface, it's in poor taste, but this could have all blown over if Garth had just acknowledged it. When Tom had a fake feud with a random weatherman from Erie, Pennsylvania, the guy's comment section got obliterated too. But instead of fighting
I'm
it,
from
he played
Pennsylvania,
along.
not Erie.
He
I'm
went
from
on
Harrisburg.
YMH, did a video with
Capital.
Tom, and came out on the other side with more exposure and a ton of new fans. But Garth isn't just some local weatherman. He's Garth Brooks. His whole brand is built on love and happiness. And because he wouldn't play along, Tom's fans doubled down. It was a big enough problem for Garth, he started banning certain words.
Like every time Garth posts something, he all the comments
It got to the point.
of your mom's house fan.
Yeah,
I like
where
that.
I was looking at
I like
Garth's
that.
every post, and within seconds, it
I
was
like
just
that.
littered with YMH. There were no more genuine Garth fans.
Yeah, well, his team has started auto banning things.
Huh.
Like the moderators there have
Um,
taken they look for hot words now. You know, they found
Yeah.
words like I think piss on me, beat me,
Hitler. Yeah.
but there's still words you can get in there.
Yeah.
The more Garth refused to go along with the joke, the more Tom's humor shifted. What started as light teasing turned darker, more heinous, the kind of jokes that cross a line just to see how far you can push it. Tom went full throttle, comparing Garth to some of Hollywood's most defamed figures. If you're enjoying this content, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It goes a long way in pushing my content out to a wider audience. Gracias.
You know what we were just talking about? The
nada.
darkest mother. Michael Jackson. Who else?
This is
The cause.
They all have these
Apologia
messages of like,
Comedia.
you just gotta love the world. You gotta heal the world with the love. Meanwhile, they're doing dark stuff behind closed
you
doors.
think there's a Garth doc 40 years from now?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
He
Well,
knows.
and it'll be like they'll just show footage like this. How he was always like,
Hi, y'all.
Hi,
Lots of
Austin.
waving and smiling, and then his billboards like let's love one another, and then it'll be like, and this is where he cut people's hands off.
Yeah.
And it'll be like on his ranch.
Yeah, I could see him. I mean, he looks like he like works out, but it looks like there's a little extra pounds from eating people.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
It wasn't just about poking fun anymore. It became about Tom taking the joke to a place where Garth's refusal to engage only made it worse. The more Garth stayed silent, the more ammunition he provided. Every chance Tom got, he took a shot at Garth. And it wasn't just the diehard YMH fans who noticed. Enter Elizabeth Lell, a perfect control subject. Tom shared Garth's original Facebook post with her. No context, no explanation. She confirmed what everyone who was already in on the joke had been thinking. Something was creepily off.
What is your assessment of this person, though? What do you think's going on here?
He looks lonely.
Yeah.
A lot of times when you start to kind of like go down, it probably means you don't want to say what you're actually saying.
Maybe I know.
That's what that looks like.
Maybe I know where all the bodies are buried.
It wasn't just Tom's humor. It was the vibe that Garth was putting out, and people were starting to pick up on it. Even the most casual observer could sense it. The energy was all wrong. And sometimes life just lobs you a softball, like when the National Enquirer served up a headline that practically wrote itself.
I just want to say it feels good to be validated.
Yeah.
Feels good
Yeah.
to be validated.
Oh my God.
Look at the cover of this is one of the most respected publications in the country. It says Garth Brooks Kidnap Terror. And you just see the face of an unrepentant, violent, possible mass murderer.
It was like the universe handed Tom the perfect punchline, the kind of headline you can't ignore. And of course, Tom wasn't about to let it slip by with taking a swing, even though the article had nothing to do with Garth being the kidnapper, but actually he was the victim. And so the war between Tom's fans and the moderators of Garth's social media raged on. Every post became a battleground. Garth's social media moderators were actively trying to quell the storm, deleting comments, blocking accounts, trying to silence the growing wave of mockery.
We have destroyed this man's social media.
I posted, nothing feels better than a fresh kill, and they took it away. They took it away.
If you're a fan of Tom's, then you know that beneath all the humor, he's actually pretty glib. It's part of the charm. His brain operates like his fan base. Hard to impress, quick to move on to the next thing, and genuinely hard to make happy.
This is the most happy I've been, is when I go to this and I see this stuff. I'm serious. It really makes me
I
happy.
know.
It makes me laugh.
Glad your tongue didn't get stuck in your teeth and made you forget what you were saying. Let's celebrate with soccer souffle. This is Captain Marcel.
Bye. What did you do to Connell? Keep feathering it, brother. Keep on feathering it. 0 out of 10, not enough ceiling fans. Mark Wahlberg. The family's Garth. You didn't follow pro. Still healing from the pain of you killing my Aunt Sue. God damn it. Garth, let my people go. Why, Garth? Why?
Hey, Emma, did you send me anything on
Tom's
Discord?
not someone who's easily swayed by
for a
the
second.
pleasantries.
Let me
He
check
thrives
real
on the absurd. So when he sees something like Garth Brooks trying to put on a nice guy act,
Oh, yeah.
it doesn't just
I
miss
did
the
good.
mark. It feeds the need to dissect it and actually try to understand why Garth is the way he is.
This guy has
I don't
such a
got-
serious facade going on. What is really?
I
notifications
think
on my
part of it,
Discord on
honestly,
my
I think
phone.
part of it is the pressure of being that.
Just
that
text me in
famous
chat
and
when you
celebrated.
when
I think
you
it
send me
ki-
something on Discord. Say check
you know?
Discord. some
Like
shit.
Tom
Nah,
Cruise
check
has that kind of thing too, where
Well, I'm saying like the
never
expectations.
normal.
Like people are like, you're like, if people all day are not, they're not just saying like I'm your fan. They're like, you know, you changed my life. When I went through this, I listened to your albums and I wasn't able to recover without like if you're getting told that millions of times, I think you know, your expectations of yourself change.
I know.
And I
It's
think
funny.
that's part of what's happening now.
Garth's social media had devolved into such an atrocious mess that
Do you know Garth Brooks tries out for the MLB every year? Well, he probably hasn't recently because he's kind of older now. But when he used to, and never made the team. And you know how he got to go to tryouts? He used to donate to MLB or to a specific franchise, and then be like, all right, since I donated like I don't know the 5 million, let me try out. You don't gotta automatically put me on, but like, you gotta let me try out.
His
Never made the
moderators
team.
had no choice but to
Ever.
escalate things. They didn't openly block Tom, but they made sure his comments wouldn't even appear. A subtle yet clear move to silence him. So Tom did what any self-respecting comedian would do. He called on his fan base to retaliate.
They didn't block me, which is like, you could block somebody.
Well, yeah, they don't want to hurt your feelings.
Well, but what they didn't realize is that this has really upset me. So,
what are we going to do?
Well, we're not going to do anything. But I don't like this, G. I don't like that everyone's having fun without me. And I think you should unrestrict T-Buns from commenting on your account. And I sure hope that the people who listen to this and comment don't encourage you to unrestrict me.
And like clockwork, his followers responded, flooding the comment sections with every bit of chaos they could muster. It was a movement, a reminder that when you mess with Tommy Buns, you don't just mess with one person, you mess with a whole army of prideful degenerates. And it happened. During an online open Q&A session, a YMH fan infiltrated the conversation with a perfectly timed question. It forced Garth to confront the one thing he had been dreading.
I'm seeing a lot of comments that just kind of seem, I guess, a little random. Like a lot of them are saying, like, watch for waspas, and I guess, like, are you following protocol and things like that? So I don't know, and there's a lot of them.
I don't know, man. You got a hell of a job cut out for you if you're trying to make sense of social media. I can tell you that.
Right.
So try to remember that what's on social media is the larger you get in a following, the more you're going to get whatever the first thing was of just people advertising there. You're also going to get people on there that are trying to disrupt the system. So with social media, my thing to that is just, it's a beautiful way to get a message out. But what social media does is it waters down a lot of stuff, and the voices that you're hearing probably are not the original voices.
For Tom, this moment was like Mario finally breaking into Bowser's castle. He made it to the final level. And Garth's reaction was as unnatural as you would expect. It was clear. He knew about the joke, he had been briefed. But instead of playing along or diffusing it, his response only added to the eerie, off feeling that had fueled the joke in the first place.
So it's a hard thing for us. So in social media, we do either a Team Garth or we do it straight from me, and ours is a verified check. And so, yeah, you can look on any artist's site and they're going to have a lot of stuff that makes no sense. But try to remember, the larger the amount of followers, then the more that's kind of ad time for people who post that stuff there. So there's going to be some weird stuff.
I agree with them. No. The people with the crazy comments, like weird shit, are the people that put that persona out. He doesn't put that persona out because he's a country singer, but they got the conspiracy going on. So that's why people are doing that. But if you go to anybody like Speed, I show Speed's comments or anything like that, Rakai's comments, it's gonna be skibbity all that new weird shit, because that's the type of energy they put off, hyper and random. But if you go to like Beyonce, it's oh my god, I love you, Queen Bee. Go to Chris Brown, oh my god, he's so fine. All the females doing that. All the females commenting that shit. If you go to NBA Youngboy, oh 4K Trey, that's my boy. I'm NBA 4K Trey. Like, so.
Anyway,
I
wish, and I would love for you to be the guy to do it. I wish there'd be the way where it could only be quality.
I would love for you to be the guy to do it.
This is a conversation that's being had.
See, they made you
over at Team G, Inside Studio G. Studio G, they're like,
watch for wasps. This wasn't even
watch
close
for
to the end of the
wasps.
Garth trolling. It only got worse. And the more it escalated, the more it started to feel like maybe, just maybe, Garth deserved it. Because at the end of the day, Garth isn't just some down-to-earth country guy despite what he wanted people to believe. He was just another pawn in the machine, Another cog in the wheel of the elite, and that became painfully obvious when he publicly joined the fight for Ukraine. But by making a grand performative gesture of support, something so forced, so blatantly insincere, it practically wrote the next joke.
Hey everybody, Garth Brooks.
And Trisha Yearwood.
And we're proud to say we stand with Ukraine, especially the refugees.
There's a global initiative, and of course, supplies and aid is already spread thin. And this is where you come in. We need your help. We need you to donate.
Yeah, I mean, we always ask for love and prayers.
Yeah.
We always ask for love and prayers. Because love and prayers will get you there, brother. So you don't need my money. God, please help them. Stand up. Excuse me, dog. Well, close that so we can get intimate. You'll never find.
We're also going to ask you, dig in your pockets, be part of the greatest global relief plan mankind has ever seen.
Everybody deserves dignity. Everybody deserves a roof over their head to feel safe. You can be a part of that.
Yeah, amen. So join us, won't you? Stand up for love.
Stand up for mankind.
Stand up for Ukraine.
Yeah, what was that?
Stand up for mankind. Stand up for Ukraine. What?
It just seems like Garth doesn't know how to be real. It's like he forgot how to think like an actual person. Every time he speaks, it feels like his handlers handed him a script and said, "Read this, Garth. Try to sound human this time." At this point, Tom had infiltrated Garth's inner circle. The joke had spread so wide that it was no longer just an internet bit. It was something Garth himself could no longer ignore. And Tom, he got confirmation, directly from sources close to Garth.
I heard some pretty cool stories about him that I can't share. But yeah, from somebody who's very close. Persona, no, just like personality,
like cool
verification.
Like full personality.
It was like verified about
how crazy.
Yeah,
that he knows about it because I met a promoter whose family member is like works with him every day, close with him, and so the promoter said, he goes, I'm with my family member. I'm trying not to say who it is, and he goes, you know, he knows the promoter. He goes, who are you working with this weekend? And the promoter goes, Tom Segura, and that guy goes, you're gonna work with, and he goes, yeah, I'm doing his show, and he goes, you know, he's such a jerk, saying all this serial kill about Garth. And so the promoter goes, he goes, I knew about it, but I acted like I didn't. And he goes, what are you talking about? He goes, oh, he's just mean for no reason. And then the promoter said, does Garth know? And he goes, yeah, he knows. And he goes, is he mad at Tom, or does he hate Tom? And the guy goes, Garth doesn't hate anybody.
Oh.
He hates you. Yeah.
He knows about the "where are the bodies" comments flooding his post, and yet instead of addressing
Tom Segura got on it, then that's good. Fucks with
it, playing along, or even leaning into it like the weatherman did, Garth does what he always does. He pretended it's not happening. And Tom, he just kept getting closer. The deeper he dug, the more cracks he found in Garth's perfectly curated image. Then it happened. A direct source from inside Garth's world came forward with a story. One that, if true, completely shattered whatever illusion of cool or composure Garth had left.
I work at Nashville Airport detailing and cleaning airplanes, mostly private jets, and one of our customers is Garth. Garth usually never pays for an interior cleaning and is notoriously cheap.
What?
His people are always making sure none of us have our phones on us or are taking pictures while we clean. Well, we were asked to hit a, quote, quick stain on the lavatory carpet.
Wait, what?
My boss sent me in there, and I was immediately overwhelmed by the smell of... Look at the floor.
Oh.
Caca.
Yeah. See the brown where it's supposed to be white?
Oh, wait.
This wasn't just an internet joke anymore, it was something bigger. Tom
shit
had
on
made
the
it personal,
floor.
and now he had even more proof that his
Or
trolling had made
somebody
its way
he was with
directly
shit
to
on the
Garth.
floor. I ain't
The
gonna
source
say
that had sent
Garth
in
Brooks
photos of Garth's
but
private
somebody
jet
on his
recanted
private
the
jet
story.
shit on
Hey, the
floor.
video and information about Garth Jet was untrue. This is what this person.
Yeah.
I work for a cleaning service in Nashville, but never cleaned Garth's jet. I'm being sued by my boss for loss of business. I did not mean for that content to be published. Please take it down. It really is all a lie. I would have no way of knowing if Garth paid for a cleaning or not. Don't really have any money to my name. Would really reduce my chances of being sued if the YMH clip episode was taken down. I don't even, not exactly sure what he's asking. But we definitely put it out there that all that's not true. Garth pays his bills
Of course.
and didn't over his bathroom floor in his jet.
Of course not.
And Miss Yearwood probably didn't either.
Never.
Even though she looks like she could take a hefty.
Despite years of relentless trolling, Tom and Christina
something
still
like
held
that.
out hope.
I want something like that. If somebody can do this, like make me an old time war general with my face with like face tattoos, that'd be cool. Give him a good tag. So you can get these face tattoos and then this job. And the same type fit right here, this job baller.
Somehow that Garth would eventually come on your mom's house.
Garth's comment section is always filled with people asking him, where are the bodies? It's taken on a whole level, and it's like, at some
It's
point,
fun.
Garth's going to have to address it.
I always wonder if he thinks it's funny in any way.
I'd love to
And I
find
don't
out,
think he
Garth.
does.
I wish you would come on the show and speak to us, and let's put these rumors to rest.
At this point, it wasn't just about getting Garth on the podcast, it was about proving a point. Garth Brooks might be one of the biggest names in country music, but in the world of comedy, he was a basement dweller just like the rest of us, but had yet to come to terms with it. That's when Tom and the YMH crew pulled off their biggest stunt yet. They sent one of their producers to a Garth Brooks concert, blending in with the crowd, holding a sign that read, "We love you, Garth." Harmless enough, nothing suspicious. But when the camera panned over, the producer let the sign drop, revealing what was underneath.
Hadab, you're a genius.
Yeah,
Garth, you should make this happen.
And then
for everybody's
because
sake.
he's not
Solo,
gaining
we love you,
fans.
Garth.
We love you. Where are the bodies, G? Look how quickly they pulled that camera away.
Yeah.
They didn't just switch cameras, they backed out of it.
It was a perfect ambush, broadcasted on the big screen for thousands to see. And
Where are the
somewhere in
bodies,
the depths of the
G?
carefully controlled empire, Garth, who had spent years trying to pretend none of this was happening, was hit with the haymaker in front of thousands of fans, subsequently shown to millions of people on the Joe Rogan Experience. Joe was smart enough to use the moment to pander to Garth in hopes of getting Tom the much sought-after interview he always wanted.
Tom and Christina are
Hold
very
on.
nice
I'm
people,
gonna be
and they'll
devil's
be
advocate.
very.
I'm gonna be
Hold-
devil's
shut
advocate.
the f- up for a second, and they'd be happy to have Garth on and be nice to him and explain, we're sorry if this hurt your
Joe
feelings.
Rogan's
This
big
is all
ass
just
king.
fun.
Tom once again confirmed that Garth is
Muscular
fully aware
ass.
of the joke, and he's not happy about it. But what made this
Go ahead.
different, Tom's sources weren't just industry insiders or distant promoters anymore. Now he was hearing it straight from someone who talked with Garth's right-hand man.
And I met this person, and I go, so what's going on? Like, does he know? And he goes, oh, yeah, he knows.
Of course he
And then I go, so what's the deal? And they go, well, he goes, I asked his right-hand person, does Garth hate Tom? And the guy goes, Garth doesn't hate anybody, which is such a Garth answer. You know?
The walls were closing in. What started off as an offhand joke about Garth's eerie energy had evolved into a full-scale infiltration of his inner circle. Tom had done what he does best, pushed the joke so far that he wasn't just shadow banned from Garth's social media. He was now full-on blocked, and even learned that Garth, when confronted with the joke, found a way to take comfort in one of the worst moments of Tom's life.
So he just blocked me on Instagram.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, it's finally
Theo
blocked
Von's
me,
a
you know?
dickhead.
And then another person told me, they go, yeah, I heard, this person said to me that they heard from a reliable source that when my name comes up to him, that he on his phone shows the video of me playing basketball and falling, and he goes, karma. Karma, yeah. I was like, that pretty amazing.
Wow.
That a serial killer is finding it in their heart to say karma for the other person. Like,
Not only did Garth block Tommy Buns from all his social media, but he eventually blocked everyone from YMH Studio. Christina, the producers, the interns, everyone.
Pretty much everybody's blocked now.
Literally, we're all blocked.
By the way, the entire YMA Studios has zero access to the G account. And here's what I can say.
The G account.
This is not the time to back down. We need you to step up where we can't. Right?
Support our cause.
You're going to be weak, or you're going to be strong. Your brothers are sitting here just waiting for the hella evac. We don't have food. We don't have water. Are you going to leave us here? Or are you going to step up?
As you can guess, the basement dwellers didn't leave Tommy hanging. They stepped up, and in a big way. Every attempt at normalcy was met with an unrelenting wave of, "Where are the bodies, Garth?" It had gotten so bad that Garth Brooks, one of the biggest celebrities on the planet, had to disable his comment section entirely. A man who once commanded stadiums full of adoring fans was now completely powerless against a horde of internet gremlins. 10 years since Garth's first social media post and the latest mentioning of him on Your Mom's House. And while the accusations against Garth are very serious, that didn't stop Tom and the YMH crew from using it as fuel to continue their relentless campaign.
Garth Brooks is facing serious allegations from a former makeup artist. She worked for them for over 15 years, claims that he subjected her to multiple instances of sexual assault. 2019, the accuser details disturbing incidents, including an alleged assault where Brooks held her upside down by her ankles. Other accusations include inappropriate advances and explicit comments that reportedly continued despite her objections. In response, by the way, she also claimed that he assaulted her at the Beverly Hills Hotel and then went to the Grammys, like right after that. Like
That's wild.
Yeah.
Like, I gotta go now.
Yeah.
That is a nice hotel.
This is obviously a very serious thing. And I feel like the right thing to do, because I don't really know, is to let
I feel like you do know.
the courts do their thing and let this take its natural course. And we will hopefully have much more to say after it plays out.
So special.
That's all I got.
Let's check out his channel. This video's pretty good. Yeah, this is. Wait, I watched this? I don't even remember watching this.
You know, straight guys were always funny.
Yo, Shane, just let you know, not even no Dick Ryan shit or none of that. He's really that fucking funny. But Shane Gillis is like my new #1 favorite comedian. And it helps that my boys from, you know what I mean? My boys from the city. Shane Gillis.
Not all of them. Yeah.
The best audience.
When I was a kid, they were always funny. They were always funny. But, you know,
Well, we're
I guess
talking
white
about,
guys have changed.
We're talking about.
What an ambiguous phenomenon life is.
I fucking
Get
love
hung up on,
Matt Shane's
you know,
Secret podcast. My favorite
some
podcast.
fun jokes at the ESPYs. You're literally missing the point. We're having fun. Which brings me to the next point, dude. The View.
I wish I was watching The View.
sorry. It's a family issue, family emergency. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. For whoever's here, I appreciate you for waiting. Let's get back to it.
We are the first line of defense against tyranny.
Yeah.
And all of this, you
Yeah.
can't squelch the comedians. Don't do it. It's a mistake because they will go after you. But one thing he did that I didn't like, and that was he said, I didn't write that joke.
Yeah.
Never do that. Johnny Carson was on the air for, I don't know, 100 years. Never once did he say the writer wrote that bad joke that I just bombed with.
And if you watch...
That's bad form.
I wish John
I was
Hamm.
watching The View so that I could understand comedy the way Joy Behar does. You know, hilarious comedian Joy Behar? What was that one joke she told that everyone likes? Never once, ever?
As Shane Gillis's career continues, the more it shares with Norm Macdonald's career. He got fired from SNL only to return years later and host it. He recently hosted the ESPYs like Norm and even slipped in a Norm joke. And now, like Norm, he's officially not liked by the women of The View, which might be the biggest compliment he's received his entire career. The morning after the ESPYs, The View reacted to some of Shane's jokes from the show, and to be honest, the jokes they reacted to weren't even that wild. But when the camera cuts back to them, it's like they just witnessed a war crime.
The ESPY Awards last night, hosted by comedian Shane Gillis, who got a mixed reaction from the crowd. Take a look.
Donald Trump wants to stage a UFC fight on the White House lawn. The last time he staged a fight in D.C., Mike Pence almost died. You don't have to do that. It was fine. I didn't write it. Actually, there was supposed to be an Epstein joke here, but as it got deleted. A bookie is what Bill Belichick reads to his girlfriend before bedtime. They do. They read The Very Horny Caterpillar, The Little Engine That Could But Needed a Pill First.
Look at Whoopi.
Look at Whoopi.
You know, hosting an award show is a tough game.
It really is.
Yeah.
You see that? How they all laughed, though? Everybody at that table laughed. And they trying to shit on my boy like crazy. Like, what's up?
So I'll ask you, think he read that room correctly?
No.
He did.
Basically, when you do an awards show, they're there to hear their name called. They are not there to laugh, number one. But you know, stand-up comedy, I don't do it any. I mean, I don't know how much you're doing still, but I put my creativity into my plays now. Because it's one of the hardest things that you do. I did it for 30 years.
Yeah.
It's so hard. It's like a high wire act. And I always say, it's like I'm on the stage naked, everybody else has clothes. That's how it feels. We are the first line of defense against tyranny.
Yeah.
And all of this, you
Yeah.
can't squelch the comedians. Don't
She
do
said
it.
we're
It's
the
a
first line
mistake
of
because they will
defense
go after
tyranny.
you. But one thing he did that I didn't
Talking
like,
about comedy,
and that
but
was
you're
he
trying to
said,
show them
I didn't write that joke.
Yeah.
Never do that. Johnny Carson was on the air for, I don't know, 100 years. Never once did he say the writer wrote that bad joke that I just bombed with.
And if you watch...
That's bad form.
So yeah, according to Joy Behar, people don't go to award shows to laugh, which is weird because award shows are literally hosted by comedians all the time. Most people in the room aren't getting an award, and neither are the millions watching at home. That's why you get a comedian to host, to make the 3-hour commercial for Gatorade and Visa slightly less painful. And I don't know if Joy Behar and Joe Rogan's generation were all handed the same pamphlet, but I've heard Rogan say it a dozen times.
You know, in the comedy world, we say we're the last line of defense. Because this is where the woke meets the wall.
We are the first line of defense against tyranny.
Which is funny because Joy says you shouldn't squelch the comedians and then immediately picks apart everything that was wrong with Shane's set. I think he took it as a compliment, though.
What an ambiguous phenomenon life is. You get hung up on, you know, some fun jokes at the ESPYs. You're literally missing the point. We're having fun. Which brings me to the next point, dude. The View.
I wish I was watching The View. I know we're having fun right now.
I just wish John
I was
Hamm
watching The View so that I could understand comedy the way Joy Behar does. You know, hilarious comedian Joy Behar? What was that one joke she told that everyone likes? Never once, ever? But no, I get it. They didn't like it. It wasn't for them. If they liked it, I would have been like, oh, that sucked.
Yeah, that would have been weird.
You are Whoopi, dude.
It's literally not for the ladies of The View. Like, literally.
It's specifically designed for them to go, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's
Great.
crazy they never have like any kind of like, you know what, actually, I kind of saw the nuance in it. It's just like, you know what I mean?
They're here to not like things.
Yeah, but
The
like, why
shaman's
though? You gotta ask
No, but
yourself.
they love like Hamilton.
They got the shaman.
Hamilton sucks.
I will say. I will say. Hold on. Time out.
He is whoopee.
Time out. I
I'm
did.
sure
I
if
did
I saw
cry.
him-
I cried at the end of Hamilton. I'll be honest.
Look,
I cried
I'm
at the
not-
end of Hamilton. I did.
Fellas, if I saw
His
him,
fucking son died, dude.
if I saw
His
Hamilton,
son died.
If I saw Hamilton live, I would love it.
Obviously, Shane wasn't too offended. If anything, he should be proud that his set wasn't The View's cup of tea. The fact that he hosted the ESPYs and they dedicated an entire segment just to ridicule him is hilarious. Being a fan of Matt and Shane's Secret podcast makes it even funnier. 10 years ago, Shane was stealing canned beans from his parents and doing open mics. Now he's infiltrated Hollywood, suits up for a fancy ESPN event, and instead of playing nice for daytime TV sensibilities, he performed for his podcast listeners.
What I felt about Shane, and every time I watch him, is I can feel his nerves. He has tics that say like, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, over and over. It's like in a speech.
Well, when you're
and then
bombing.
he keeps saying, well, the problem is though still, if he then maybe redirected, because there were moments where you could give some genuine shout outs, like where you call out some of the amazing greats in that room without a joke following every one. He had to be starstruck. I was starstruck looking at, who was there.
I don't think Shane was starstruck or anything, but he did seem a little off. It felt like he was trying to blend what he thinks an award show host is supposed to do with his own act.
Yeah, keep doing that thing where I pretend I'm extremely nervous. I really wasn't that nervous.
Cool.
Same like SNL. Dude, I hit the hello right up top. Hello.
Nah, man, it was real.
No, the only thing that makes me nervous is doing like corny stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. Like that's when I get nervous. Like when I walk out there and you see the teleprompter and it's like, what? It's incredible to be around so many amazing athletes here. Like I can't read that.
No.
Without being like, come
Dude,
on.
that's your blazing sword of truth.
People mistake it for just being totally inept, which they might. There's something. There's something there.
That's haters, bro.
Again, I think the ESPYs weren't really for the mainstream, they were for the dogs. If you weren't familiar with Shane going into it, he probably came off like a dork, which is understandable, seeing how he walked out and hit the mic with the hello.
Hello.
But if you've been watching the podcast, you know it was a shout out to Gardini.
New haircut, Gardini. You look like a young boy. Every time he walks into my house, he goes, hello. Every
Really?
day. Every time he comes in, hello. 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 Hello, Sean.
One of the ladies from The View actually gave Shane props for his Epstein joke, which I agree was one of his best jokes of the night.
Actually, there was supposed to be an Epstein joke here, but as it got deleted. Must have probably deleted itself, right? Probably never existed, actually. Let's move on as a country and ignore that.
But of course, Joy had to find a way to disagree. She said it was a bad joke because Shane was assuming everyone knew about Epstein.
I thought some of it was funny.
Yeah,
I mean,
some of it was.
the Epstein joke, he said, I guess it got deleted. Probably deleted itself, right? Probably never existed, actually. Let's move on as a country and ignore that. I thought that was funny, and he actually
you have
poked
to
fun
know
at Aaron Rodgers,
the story
too.
in order to get that
Well,
joke.
I think
I think everybody knows about the Epstein story.
Everybody?
Well,
Never
Shane-
make that assumption.
Shane
The audience
Gillis
doesn't
is-
read what you read.
I think on a national scale, it's pretty
Bitch,
fair to assume most
that
people have
shit
heard
was-
of the most infamous
everybody's
flavor
seen
of the
that shit.
21st century. If you're
This
hosting a
kid
show
on
for the
like,
same
you want
network
some
that aired the
Epstein
30 for
shit,
30 on Aaron Hernandez, you can probably slip in a Jeffrey Epstein reference without losing the crowd.
Shane Gillis is kind of part of, I don't like using these terms like the manosphere, like comedy. Like he's in a crowd, a lot of MAGA guys
Is that
follow
a real
him.
word? Manosphere?
I think it is, but I hate
The
using
manosphere,
it.
yeah.
What is it? See,
where
this
white
how
guys
far back-
exist.
The people who follow
guys
him
exist in
definitely
it?
knew that joke, and they're definitely mad about Epstein.
Okay.
Yeah.
Manosphere.
The manosphere.
Is that only white men?
No, but it's
No,
straight, it is straight men. He is straight men humor.
Straight guys.
Yeah.
Straight guys were always funny.
Straight
But
women, and I
not
think
all
yeah.
of them. Yeah.
The best audience.
When I was a kid, they were always funny. They were always funny. But,
Well, we're
I guess
talking
white
about,
guys have changed.
It's funny how The View just lumps most male comedians into the manosphere, like it's some kind of secret society meeting in Joe Rogan's sauna. And then they sit there, genuinely confused, asking what happened to all the white funny guys. It was great hearing Matt and Shane talk about the whole ESPYs experience on the pod. One thing a lot of people, including Shane, noticed was just how genuinely happy Matt was for him.
I was so happy to get Brittany on there. So nice. And I will say this, and this is just I want to say this publicly
for sure.
When I saw the videos of you laughing, it meant the world to me.
Four-time WNBA All-Star Brittany Hicks is here. Give it up for Brittany, everybody. I'm joking around. That's my friend's wife. I knew none of you knew WNBA players. That's crazy. You clap for that.
That's crazy.
That's like genuinely support.
It was
like,
pure
how
joy.
nice is that to see
on, man.
your
I don't
boy
buy it.
laughing like that? When
It
you're
wa-
like,
it was-
damn,
It was unbridled
damn,
joy.
he loves me. Yes, yes. For real though.
When we started doing the joke, I exited frame because I was holding my face. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"There's,
yeah.
I can't keep it together." And when the whole room of people bought in to Brittany being a four-time WNBA champion,
So just like Shane is walking a similar career path to Norm, I think it's worth pointing out why The View hated Norm in the first place. It all goes back to that infamous segment where Norm kept saying the president was a killer. And you could see Barbara Walters just silently dying inside, which of course only made Norm go harder.
See, I think we should get the homicide out of the White House and get like a fresh start, because we don't want any more murderers.
I think we should just go on to the next question.
Oh.
Who's murderers? Yeah.
Oh, Clinton, he murdered a guy.
Yeah, you know, we're not allowed to, you're not allowed to put out no accusations without
That's a little
Charlotte.
too
That's
far.
the way it does work.
Let's just go on to the next question.
Yeah.
This is not my week. What can I tell you?
Oh, it's not mine either, and I'm being very nice, okay? Be a good boy. Now, Norm.
Do you never hear that?
No. Listen,
No,
we don't need
I
to
don't want
talk
to get
about
into
that.
this, and I don't want to hear it, and this is not the place to make those accusations, and you're supposed to be funny. Let's get on to the next question. So get with it.
There you go.
This is a live show.
Not for nothing, Norm, but you have been properly chastised by Barbara. So I'm now going to ask the next question.
I thought it was a matter of record.
Shut up.
Shut up. Look,
Okay.
let me do this, okay?
I'll tell you what's a matter of record. You will not be invited back if you don't shut up. All right, now. Let's talk football.
All right, manslaughter.
So apparently after that, Barbara refused to be on the show with Norm ever again, and later one of his appearances actually got canceled. Not because of politics, but because he made a joke on Howard Stern about people who like making grilled cheeses at night. But I think Norm got the last laugh. When he did come back, he issued an apology. But right before he said it, he casually popped a sunflower seed into his mouth and kept a perfectly straight face. He played it so well, I don't think most people even realized it was satire.
Reporters always ask you, like, what's offensive? Is anything over the line? And I personally think almost everything is over the line.
They like you to be edgy, and then when you are, you get hurt for it.
Right.
But you know, comedians.
But I will say,
yeah.
the remark I made about people with Down syndrome was just a
Insensitive.
terrible,
Yeah.
terrible,
And
terrible
stupid.
thing for me to
We
say.
agree. Well, all of this is happening.
These guys are
Really?
awesome.
Yeah.
They're having fun.
Yeah.
For you guys
Yeah.
to sit here and be like,
Wait a minute.
let's bring it up and mock them. That's f***ed up.
Will you guys just grow up and just sit down and write your own horse?
Of a kid with Down syndrome doing some crazy shit or just vibing, like how the young boys dancing. It might seem like I'm like making fun of him, but I'm like because my little cousin has Down syndrome and he fucking Hadouken gets down. You feel me? Trust and
Come
believe
up with
that.
it.
Trust and
Start your own
believe that.
show. Have your own award
My
show.
boy-
I don't know her, but I'm assuming that she has
She's so
nothing to do with
good.
funny. So I'm gonna speak as the expert on funny. Funny people should just be left to trying to be funny.
Telling us about what's going on in jail.
Yes, ma'am, and getting out to tell you. But I'm going to tell you at an arena named Phillips, and you going to tell me at the Atlanta Comedy Theater.
Were you insulting me by saying I look like that?
This is you back in your victim thing.
No, I'm not being a victim. I'm saying the jokes you're doing is not. It's not like.
It's not PC.
That's not cool.
You got brains in there, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So write your own and quit your whining. We're all eating a giant sandwich out here. Nobody cares.
Your world is not funny. Your world is next on the big story. My world is people trying to be funny. Well,
2 or 3. Your hair is kind of.
That joint was.
My hair is 19 inches long, and I have no perm.
You don't.
Oops.
Natural?
Come run one of your gnarled fingers. While you on air.
Yeah, well, thank you for giving us the energy for the question we didn't ask.
No, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, excited
What's
about it.
problem, dude.
There's something deeply satisfying about watching a comedian completely outclass an insufferable interviewer. From Shane Gillis calmly dismantling Andrew Schultz and the Flagrant crew for mocking people with mental disabilities, to Bill Burr turning awkward silences into comedy gold with surgical precision. The late great Patrice O'Neal eloquently exposing the hypocrisy of the news media, Cat Williams calmly stilling the soul of an arrogant radio host, and Jerry Seinfeld reminding Larry King what planet we live on. This is a masterclass in comedy takedowns, starting with Shane Gillis on Flagrant.
Have you guys been up to?
Bro, Shane actually has been working out, dude. This is
Yo! Let's see it. Hold on.
That's crazy.
Oh my God.
Bro, you look good. Is this from West Point?
That actually is.
Oh, nice.
You guys, and you know what?
Congrats.
I don't think that's funny.
Shane and Schultz are friends. Schultz was actually one of the first bigger podcasts to give Shane a platform after his SNL firing. But when they compare Shane to someone with Down syndrome, Shane acts like he's really insulted, turning the joke back on them.
Down syndrome dudes love TikTok.
Son, my guy's nice.
By the way,
that's wow.
These guys are awesome.
Yeah.
They're having fun.
Yeah.
For you guys to sit here and be like,
wait a minute.
Let's bring it up and mock them. That's f***ed up, dude. That's a dude.
We're mocking
By
you,
using them as an insult.
Using?
Yeah.
We're using you.
So you're insulting them by saying I look like them? Or you're insulting me by saying I look like them?
This is you back in your victim thing.
No, I'm not being a victim. I'm saying the jokes you're doing is not. It's not like.
It's not PC.
That's not cool.
Shane said a lot, but it's never about people with Down syndrome. Some people thought Shane was joking, just trying to keep a straight face for the bit as to make the crew seem like jerks. Others thought he was genuinely offended by the jokes. The vibe from Schultz was weird from the start. Rather than treating Shane as a guest, it felt like he was going out of his way to be confrontational. Instead of letting it pass, Shane called him out.
Well, thank you for giving us the energy for the question we didn't ask.
No, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, excited
What's
about
your problem, dude?
Excited
You had a bad attitude when I called you today. You were grumpy when I called you.
Yeah, I did have a bad attitude.
Why were you being grumpy?
Because you called me at 11 a.m. and you're like, hey, what's up, bro? And I'm like, what's up, bro? And then I'm like,
I was like, are we doing the podcast today?
Yeah.
You said yeah.
No, you said, oh, after you called me, like, oh,
shit.
yeah, are we doing the pod today? And I was like, yeah. And you're like,
Oh, no, that's
oh,
on
yeah,
you.
that's
No, I didn't. No,
Don't say oh, just say yo.
No, I literally called and said, "Are we doing the podcast?" I didn't
No,
say,
you did.
"What's up, dude?" No, I said, "What's up, you fucking hoe ass." That's what I said. I said, "You fucking bitch." And then you didn't respond with the same energy. You're like, "What's up?" I was like, "All right."
I was pushing.
That's crazy.
Even with the awkwardness, Shane came out of the podcast looking more likable than ever. Despite the tension with Schultz and the Flagrant crew, it was clear that there was no real animosity. Just two guys making good entertainment. Barstool Sports also understands that confrontation can be captivating entertainment. Shane was there not just to promote Gillian Keeves, but to participate in the Yak's infamous case race. Once everyone on set was plastered, the fellas started giving Shane a hard time for the joke that got him fired from SNL.
Steven said to us he didn't know the SNL story.
I was told during the taping that he made an Asian joke. I don't know. I'm not aware of Shane Gill.
I'll be honest.
I respect him.
I was goofing around.
Even though Shane had clearly had more to drink than anyone else, he managed to stay the most level-headed in the room. Despite the playful atmosphere, he went along with it, saying he was just goofing around. But the Barstool crew were belligerent and wouldn't let it go. At one point, a young producer half-heartedly joked about wrestling Shane, but the host didn't step in to shut it down, making Shane visibly uncomfortable.
You're giving guff.
You're either giving guff or you want to wrestle right now.
Oh yeah, he's
fuck. You have two choices.
You have two choices. Giving guff or wrestle.
No, you're either giving guff or you are in wrestle.
What if
I will accept either.
Before you answer,
So yeah.
you will win.
Yeah.
You will win.
I don't know about that.
But decide it. Decide it right now.
The amount of alcohol consumed during the Yak's infamous case race seemed to obliterate everyone's social awareness, except Shane's. As the crew continued to pile on, Shane kept his cool for as long as he could, but eventually the pressure got to him and he had had enough.
Shane, to see if you're telling the truth, what's your order at Chinese food?
Think about
I'm gonna take my glasses off to wrestle you. I'll be in there in 5 seconds.
You will.
Absolute nobody.
No.
Shut up.
You think I know who you are? I don't.
Hey, come in. I love all of them.
Never heard of you either.
Hey, come in.
Good.
Even with more drinks in him than anyone else, Shane managed to stay somewhat grounded. He's known for his humility, but the arrogance of the producer brought out a side of Gillis we've rarely seen.
So I know you're like a guy who's like an extra here at the office, and you're trying your best to like be a main character.
Damn. Serious.
Dude, he's coming at your neck because you won.
Say your order.
Here's my order. Yo, get fired. Get fired. I will make sure you don't work here anymore.
Say order.
Real.
The producer came out of the booth fully ready to wrestle Shane, but some members of the crew had the sense to step in and remove him from the room. While Schultz and the Barstool interviewers were undoubtedly insufferable, sometimes it's not the interviewers themselves, it's their questions. This was never more obvious than when Bill Burr was hit with a dumb question. Instead of going for the safe, politically correct answer, Burr chose
I end up watching it now. Oh, here right here is the bid. Look up Bill Burr after this.
to be brutally honest.
Can women be funny?
Yeah, of course. Will you guys just grow up and just sit down and write your own and come up with it? Start your own show, have your own award show. Quit waiting around for other people to do it for you. That's the problem. If you guys had your own big club and I was standing outside of it, you'd never let me in. I'd start my own. You guys got to start your own. You got brains in there, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So write your own and quit your whining. We're all eating a giant sandwich out here. Nobody cares. I don't care. Well, when was the last time you went on stage and you killed so hard the person after you bombed? If you're doing that on a regular basis, people are going to notice regardless of what you have between your legs.
Burr is notorious for pointing out the painfully obvious in the most cutting way possible. You know that Seinfeld episode where George comes up with the perfect comeback hours after the moment has passed?
The ocean called. They're running out of shrimp.
Well, the jerk store called. They're running out of you.
We've all been there, but that's never the case with Burr. He's a guy who always seems to have the best response ready to go right off the top of his head, especially when he found himself face to face with an insufferable morning radio host.
This is Southside Steve TV, and this is Bill Burr.
That's your question?
I'm just saying who you are.
Oh, yeah, all right. I don't like you creep me out with that big microphone and that country western shirt.
Oh, no, this isn't country western. It's like, it's hip now to wear this.
Okay.
This is my nightclub look. Yeah, come on.
All right. This is. I guess this is the internet, right? You just sort of just throw
You're
it
a
out.
funny guy. You've got these routines in your head, so I figure I'll toss you a mic and you go.
And I'm going to do stand up in front of 9 people in a radio station? No, I'm not doing that.
Well, you're taking the fun out of Southside Steve TV.
I'll take. How about I give you $5 and I want to watch you line dance and I'm a racist cowboy.
I don't know how to line dance, dude.
Okay. Take the mic.
Sure.
Now that's the number one thing you don't do. As I learned that in broadcasting school, you never give up the microphone. See, now I have the power. This Bob Barker thing.
Yeah.
You're what is this? Rock 100.5. This is the worst interview I've ever done. And he's wearing Stetson cologne or something. It's just really overpowering.
How you doing?
You know what he looks like? He looks like the first guy who gets his ass kicked in a Steven Seagal movie.
Burr is sharp enough to know that he doesn't always need to crack jokes to be funny. Sometimes just being brutally honest, whether it's calling out the interviewer's questions or even the way that they're dressed, is enough to get the laughs. Instead of scrambling to perform a mini set for a morning radio show, he's quick to call out the absurdity of the situation and turn it back on the interviewer, just like he did to a morning TV show anchor while promoting F is for Family. The interviewer clearly hadn't done her homework, relying on a question her producer probably handed her moments before the segment. If you enjoy this type of content, please like and subscribe. It goes a long way in pushing my content out to a wider audience. Gracias.
So your Christian background is part of the show. Or at
Yes,
least
and
2
I wanted to
episodes.
talk to you about Jesus after this.
Well, the only reason why I bring it up is some people thought maybe you went a little too far. You know.
As far as what?
Well, they thought that maybe you were being disrespectful to the Christian religion.
Who did?
I'm telling you, you need to Google.
Oh, good Lord.
So did you feel you were being disrespectful, or just you were just having fun with some of the crucifixes and stuff like that?
I don't even know what I mean, we did maybe 2 jokes about that?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't you think the Catholic Church went a little too far? More so than my cartoon.
All right, listen.
A couple of jokes. I know this is a morning show. You can't bring up all those crimes.
You know what? Technically,
they just sort of kept moving them around. You know, like those killer whales at SeaWorld. After it kills a trainer, they'll then move it up to Seattle. They don't give them their background.
all right, I'm not totally following, but I don't think I want to.
You know what I'm talking about.
Burr might just be the king of putting insufferable interviewers in their place. He's undoubtedly one of the best comedians of our generation, loved by fans and respected by his peers. But as much as Burr is adored, it's rare to hear him openly praise anyone. For that to happen, you have to be truly exceptional. One of the few comedians Burr has spoken highly of, and someone who shares his fearless style, is the late great Patrice O'Neal. Around the time Don Imus was fired for controversial comments about a women's basketball team, and Opie and Anthony were under fire for their jokes about Condoleezza Rice, Patrice appeared on a Fox morning show to defend comedians and free speech. What followed was a masterclass in dismantling bad arguments as Patrice systematically tore down both the host and the guest who was pushing for more censorship.
I don't know her, but I'm assuming that she has nothing to do with funny. So I'm going to speak as the expert on funny. Funny people should just be left to trying to be funny.
What if they're not funny?
Then you made a mistake. But how many times has how many unfunny jokes lead to, like...
I don't know how many jokes about there are.
There's a lot. But your world is not funny. Your world is next on the big story. My world is people trying to be funny.
Well, I mean, you think it's okay to try to make jokes about...
I'm diabetic. I make fun of that. I'm a victim. I might lose a toe. But I'm trying to make fun of it. I'm trying to make fun of anything I think I can make fun of.
Patrice had a rare gift for exposing the absurdity in everyday life. The news anchor, living in a corporate bubble, seemed completely disconnected from real-world common sense. His opinions and stances shift the moment he puts on a suit. The same could be said for the woman advocating for more censorship in media, but Patrice, staying calm and composed, dismantled their arguments with logic.
We don't want to have to avoid everything in the street. We don't want to have to worry about what radio station we turn on. And there is some really derogatory, violent
You're going to
thing
get
to
all
deal
your
with.
information, ma'am, is secondhand from someone making you aware that someone said something that you should be upset about. It's a shame. Your constituency, the people you represent aren't all victims in this matter.
Patrice O'Neill, thank you very much. Sonia Osorio, thanks to both of you.
If I were to list my top 5 favorite comedians, there's no question Shane, Burr, and Patrice would be on that list. The next comedian to dismantle an interviewer would also make that list, Cat Williams. In 2018, Cat appeared on the Atlanta radio show Frank and Wanda in the Morning. The interview became so infamous that earlier this year, when Cat sat down with Shannon Sharp on Club Shay Shay, Sharp made a point to ask about it. According to Cat, he was promised before the interview that they wouldn't bring up his kids or anything about Cat going to jail. But when Wanda broke her agreement, Cat stole her soul.
You're good at telling us about what's going on in jail.
Yes, ma'am, and getting out to tell you. But I'm going to tell you at an arena named Phillips, and you going to tell me at the Atlanta Comedy Theater.
That's right, true.
Tomorrow, be there.
All right.
Red Grant show, I know I'll be there. Don't miss it.
Red Grant, Cat Williams, thank y'all for coming through, man.
Yes.
And thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming in.
I see why people come to Wanda's show.
Yeah.
Because Frank Ski puts it down.
That's right. Get on out of here with your crazy ass.
Uh-huh. Is he crazy?
And help me get to the salon. All right, it's the People Station Viewer 3. Your hair is kind of...
That joint was...
My hair is 19 inches long and I have no perm.
You don't?
Oops.
Oh, that's not a perm.
No, it is not. Nice lady.
That's natural?
Come run one of your gnarled fingers.
Well, come here.
While you on air.
Come on.
So they can hear you live.
Come on. Let me come over here.
No. That's not how that works.
Oh, okay. Well, then stay over there.
Don't worry. Ain't nobody putting their hands through yours.
That's right. They don't have to. I don't want them to. Get on out of here. You okay? You okay?
Only one of our hands moving while we talk.
Are you all right this morning?
While the interview probably didn't play out the way Wanda had envisioned, there was a silver lining. The clip became one of V103's most watched moments of all time. Of all the cases we've covered of comedians dismantling interviewers, none of them matched the stature of Larry King. With over 40 years in the industry, King earned 2 Peabodys, an Emmy, dozens of cable TV awards, and a Lifetime Achievement Award. Over his legendary career, he conducted more than 50,000 interviews. But even with a resume like that, Larry wasn't immune to being calmly put in his place by Jerry Seinfeld, who didn't hold back when faced with what he felt was a lazy question.
You gave it up, right?
I did, sir.
They didn't cancel you. You canceled them.
You're not aware of this?
No, I'm asking you.
You think I got canceled? Are you under the impression that I got canceled?
Have I hurt you, Jerry?
I thought that was pretty well documented.
Is
this still CNN?
Don't most shows go down a little?
Most people do also. But... Yeah, no, I went off the air. I was the #1 show on television, Larry. Do you know who I am?
Jewish guy, Brooklyn.
Yes.
Okay.
75 million viewers last episode.
Boy, you don't take it so bad.
Well, that's the big difference between being canceled and being #1.
Okay, I'm sorry. We'll be right back.
Jeez.
B-movie opens... B-movie
Can we get a resume in here for me?
B-movie opens
Larry
tomorrow.
Can go over?
Hey, We'll be right back.
I see Shane Gillis, Bill Burr, Patrice O'Neal, and Cat Williams as being cut from the same cloth. No matter what other successes they've had, their legacy was built entirely as comedians. Seinfeld, on the other hand, while undeniably a comedian, is more likely to be recognized because of his TV show. I'd put him in the same category as Kevin Hart, starting as a comedian but finding wider recognition through movies and big screen roles. Despite these comedians' different paths to fame, Hart, like Seinfeld, still manages to relate to everyday people, saying what we're all thinking. Something he does every time he is in the same room with who may be the most insufferable interviewer in this entire video, Stephen A. Smith.
Why don't you just admit to the public and to America that you got that from listening to me? Because that's what I've been saying all week.
Well, Stephen, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to admit is that you need the rest of your mustache back. That's what I'm going to admit. Okay, that's what I'm going to. Word of the day, bloviate. Bloviate. You know what bloviate is? What Steve Smith does on a consistent basis.
Why you disrespecting me?
You just yap.
Why you disrespecting me?
You
man?
constantly yap, and I'm sick of it.
So?
This is your cupcake. I'm sick of it.
He gonna take my job. Gonna take my job. What you know?
Well, all I gotta do is point to myself and talk loud and say a bunch of words that doesn't make any sense. That's all I gotta do. And let me tell you something, Skip. Okay, I'm not gonna talk about the severity of this man and the severity.
While there's always something satisfying about watching a comedian outsmart someone who thinks they're the sharpest person in the room, few do it better than Russell Brand. Like Hart and Seinfeld, Brand began as a stand-up comedian before launching a wildly successful acting career, eventually becoming a global celebrity. But unlike the others, Brand has taken a bold turn into sharing his political views that couldn't be more different than those from the hosts of MSNBC's Morning Joe. When Brand started voicing his opinion during the show, the anchors tried to dismiss him as erratic or unhinged. That's when Brand flipped the script, taking control of the entire segment and delivering a scathing takedown of the news industry and everyone sitting at the table.
We care about your views here on Morning Joe. We'll be talking about those later. Here with me are Brian and Kat. Brian, nice time. What do you think about Edward Snowden? What do you think about the situation with Snowden? Have you got anything to hide? Should we be concerned about the revelations that are occurring?
I don't know what's wrong with you. I understand everything he's saying.
No, it's because you're looking at him. When you don't see him and you don't see the lips
I
move, it's
understand the
good.
whole thing.
Stop saying he. I'm present. Russell. What's wrong with your manners?
You're good.
Be polite.
All right, I'm coming in tomorrow with a big necklace and I'm opening it.
Look beyond the superficial. That's the problem with current affairs. You forget about what's important. You allow the agenda to be decided by superficial information. What am I saying? What am I talking about? Don't think about what I'm wearing. These things are redundant.
I'm distracted.
Superficial.
Okay.
Don't be distracted. What do you think that gesture means, the way you're touching that bottle? What does that indicate? What is that? What's the subtext of that?
I think we gotta go to break.
You need to lose that ring, Mika, because it don't mean nothing to you.
Where'd you get those Jordans before or after Chappelle gave you that chain? What?
My son was a great amateur wrestler. He died of a heroin overdose.
Oh.
In 2013. I don't need to hear that.
And I was just joking.
I don't want to talk to you. Can't even, yo, if it wasn't for this stage, you would never even be able to talk to me.
I know, of course.
And I'm telling you, it's too late.
I don't make fun of people.
You don't have to.
I'm ready to leave in 1 minute, guys.
No, don't leave.
I love you. I am.
Don't leave, Rick. No, don't leave. No, hang
You know
out.
why?
No.
I'm uncomfortable with the format. I appreciate the opportunity.
No, come on, Rick.
I will never, ever.
Yo,
you did so bad, Rick Flair. Damn, dude.
Oh my God.
I know what he wanted to do. Oh, yeah. If I roast Donnell.
No, man.
No. It's too late. It's too late. I'm about to leave right now because.
No, you're not. Come on,
No, I'm going to leave.
I will never make fun of time of people that donate their personal time to making children better.
You still sewing the candles? This is really happening. All right, let's get right into it.
Love it. I'm on board.
Kill Tony has dropped nearly 700 episodes, and in all that time, there have only been a few guests who have ever straight up walked off the show without returning. Not all walk-offs were wild moments like Ric Flair or Donnell Rawlings, like in episode 650 when Burt made a surprise appearance alongside Bobby Lee and Esther Pavitsky. Burt rolled in late, hung around for just the first hour, and it wasn't even his call to leave.
I've hauled horses anywhere and everywhere.
Saddle Ranch?
Bobby Lee.
Hi. I just want to let you know I was taking a and I ran into your wife.
She watched. But she said, get Bert off of the stage. Because you guys are on a date, and she's really mad.
All right, I'm leaving.
All right, so
She's not mad, but we are on a date. We are on a date. I got something.
That's just, no fucking care. Bobby. Sis.
Bert Kreischer, everybody. We love you, Bert.
Then there's Bobby Lee. He was the first ever to bail on stage way back in episode 32. He said he was going to the bathroom, but never returned.
Fan of yours, and Bobby, you too.
Of course. Okay. Okay, yeah, you can go in there. You're going to come right back? Yeah, of course. Okay.
Come back, Bobby. I will, man.
Bobby's going to go pee.
I love you, man.
Okay, everybody, he's coming back. Just relax. Just let him go to the bathroom. Oh, my God. Jeff, how you doing? You having fun?
I am.
History made. Bobby Lee left 10 minutes ago.
And then there's the most recent walk-off, Gary Falcon, played by Nick Swartzen. I'm not sure if Gary was under the influence or not, but his appearance didn't exactly get off to a great start.
Were you kidding about sucking off the Smurf thing? Was that a joke or?
I don't know. Was I?
I don't know. We'll maybe figure it out by the end of the evening.
Yeah. Cool. I'll downplay a Avatar. Or cosplay an Avatar, sorry.
It's fine. I'm actually going as, honestly, I feel bad for lying to you people. I was over in France, but I'm actually the colloidal silver guy. I tried to make it as the singing. Now I'm going back to colloidal silver, so. But.
Love it. I'm on board.
Ladies and gentlemen, while we go wrangle.
About an hour into the episode, Gary pulled a Bobby, said he had to hit the bathroom.
Ladies and what, 3 stairwells?
Yeah, we're gonna have someone take you directly to the VIP restroom.
Directly?
Yeah.
Erectly.
Erectly.
Yes.
We're gonna have someone take you right there.
Okay, praise him.
Gary Falcon. Gary Falcon. Gary Falcon. Gary Falcon, we love Gary Falcon. Gary Falcon, we love Gary Falcon. Gary Falcon, we love Gary Falcon. Gary Falcon.
Like Bobby, Gary never came back. Then there's episode 510 with Bill Hicks. I mean, this guy. Joe Rogan and Duncan Trussell had just wrapped up a JRE podcast and rolled in a bit late. Duncan didn't even seem to know that Joe was about to drag him up on stage.
Wait, I'm sorry. I came up here. Joe's like, do you want to go on stage?
Stay
and
up
I'm
here,
thinking,
Duncan.
I gotta pee so bad.
Okay.
But I'm like,
Well,
yeah.
just go pee. Go pee. Come back.
Yeah, go pee and then come
Go
back.
pee and come back. We'll be here for you. Duncan Trussell and his weak bladder, ladies and gentlemen.
He's crying. He's peeing.
Those walk-offs were low on drama. But then there's episode 629 with Ric Flair. Fans were hyped. Not only was the Nature Boy in the house, but he was joined by Kill Tony favorites Shane Gillis, Mark Norman, and Ari Shaffir, along with Louis Gomez and Zach Amico. It had all the makings of an epic episode. Tony's a massive wrestling fan, and Flair's a legend. Plus, Flair was absolutely hammered right from the start.
This nigga like the what's the nigga from Star Wars? Jabba the Hutt. You like a human version of Jabba the Hutt, bro. Everything I love.
You can tell me no all night long, but I'll be up. Hey, and if you want evidence, I got a picture. No, seriously. Why would I slow down? We're dying to the left and to the right.
Not tonight. On the show, Rick, he writes and performs a new 60 seconds. Yeah, you are. You are. We're gonna get more from Ric Flair coming up right around the corner.
Well,
you know what? Let's get some more panelists up here. I'm gonna bring up some guests. Make some noise for Shane Gillis, Mark Norman, and Ari Shaffir, everybody.
Can I just say that I like the Hawaiian shirt because that set reminded me of Maui.
Because it sucked. It was a tragedy, Hans. It was a tragedy.
I mean, usually you're so funny. What the just happened there?
I don't know. I like those jokes. Maybe it's too.
You've been getting some white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're getting soft, dude.
I
getting comfortable, content with that white.
You could tell Tony was handling Flair with kid gloves from the start. At one point, Red Band started playing some ironic music, and Tony quickly turned to him and said, "Cut it out." Even though the guests were roasting Hans Kim, Flair was still smiling. He even chimed in with a light jab.
Flair, you just watched one of our future stars, one of the regular people that have built a career on this show, have a really, 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 really rough set. Do you have any words of advice? You're the GOAT. You've had a rough night of work before, right?
I have, but I'm not that rough.
Hans, you're in the position. Who do you think you're going to get challenged by next week?
I apologize, sir.
No, you don't have to apologize on this show.
You're not a POW, Cap. You don't have to call him, sir. It's nothing personal.
I owe you everything, and this is a big opportunity
No, this
for me.
is even sadder. Jesus Christ, dude. Stop groveling, dude. Stand up for yourself. Spin the face. You think Ric Flair respects that? Woo!
I consider myself the luckiest man.
Hans Kim, next week you're challenged.
I'm supporting you. I'm just telling you the truth.
Absolutely.
After the second guest's performance, things started to get awkward. Louis Gomez was sitting behind Flair, and he wasn't even sure if Flair was still awake. Flair was starting to check out, staring down at his phone.
I think Flair's asleep.
Did he fall asleep?
Oh, sorry. I don't know.
No, he's
Sorry,
on his
yeah.
phone. He's on his phone.
Okay.
He's
He's like fun Joe Biden.
He's like fun Joe Biden.
For Daniel
Oh,
Shep.
Ric Flair, God damn it. God damn it.
Oh, like you would have done good if you knew.
No. That would have done worse. God damn it.
What did he say?
What'd you think that was your dead aunt?
He said that.
There's something kinky about all your heroes
You what?
diminishing you, though. You know, I mean,
Kind of hot.
I'm
though,
getting
right?
off on this.
Yeah.
Tony mentioned Flair was just scrolling on his phone, but it makes you wonder if someone from Flair's team was watching him unravel and sending him some behind-the-scenes advice. Because once Flair looked up from his phone and rejoined the conversation, he seemed only interested in throwing compliments at the comedians.
I get it.
Thank you. No, you're
Not really.
You're incredible. Thank you. Hey, no. Hey, guys.
Woo! I didn't even mean to say woo that first time.
Guys,
I'm just
come here.
inspired.
Shut
by it.
up, Daniel.
Whoa.
Shut up,
I
Daniel.
want people to understand something.
He's a dickhead.
I'm here having fun, but as long as it's fun, it's fun. When it becomes something that I'm not comfortable with and saying something bad, I don't do that. And the minute it goes that way, I'm out of here. I will never, ever embarrass anybody or humiliate anybody. The minute that happens on this show, I'm out of here.
You're not going to do that. We're going to do that for you. You're the good cop.
No.
Daniel just embarrassed himself.
I'm not the good cop. I respect these people. You guys get it?
You shouldn't.
You have paid
From there,
Tony
it
is
just
good,
kept
like,
going
shut the
downhill.
fuck
It
up.
turned into one of the cringiest moments in Kill Tony history. Tony and the other guests were trying their best to be respectful to Flair, but he was wrecking the vibe, slurring his words, and clearly having no clue what the show was even about.
Do you know how many people are bullied and hurt by comments? No, you get it?
It's like a...
Social media has made the world crazy.
Maybe I should have
Right or
sent...
wrong?
I probably should have sent you an episode to watch before we make fun of people.
Thank you, Ric Flair. You
It's
really
good.
saved me
Well,
there.
I don't make fun of people.
You don't have to.
I'm ready to leave in 1 minute, guys.
No, don't leave.
I love you. I am.
Don't leave, Rick.
I am.
No, don't
I am.
leave.
No, hang
You know
out.
why?
No.
I'm uncomfortable with the format. I appreciate the opportunity.
No, come on, Rick.
I
No.
will never, ever.
Yo, you did so bad, Ric Flair. Damn, dude.
Oh my God.
Nice go.
This is a fever
There is
dream.
no humor in the world that makes fun of people.
Might actually be all humor.
Guess what? I apologize. I'm not one of them.
No, you're good. You don't have to.
No, I'm not apologizing.
I'm
not
an
gonna
unusually
offend-
horrible,
I
vulgar
I
man.
will have fun, but I won't make fun.
Flair then gave another long, drawn-out, slurred speech, and you could feel the tension. The audience and guests were struggling to keep it together, caught between cringing, laughing, and wondering if this was really happening. In the next guest, a wrestling coach hit the stage, which instantly reminded Flair of his son. That was too much for him, and that's when he decided to walk off.
With Ric Flair, you are a wrestling coach. How does it feel to have a performance like that in front of Ric Flair?
No, hey. Actually, to be honest with you, I respect that very much. My son was a great amateur wrestler. This is why I'm leaving after I say this. No, stop. I have more respect for people that take their time to support any youthful athletic event. My son was a great amateur wrestler. He died of a heroin overdose in 2013. I don't hear that. I'm over that because I can tell you right now, from personal experience, and because I believe it in my heart.
You ever had Asian?
I guess that's funny.
Rick, don't leave. Are you really leaving, Rick? Don't do it.
Oh, no. Thank you for all the respect.
We lost Ric Flair, everybody. I love you, Rick. Thanks for doing this. I'll see you afterwards. No, you're good. You're good. We love you. Make some noise for Ric Flair, everybody. Come on.
Thank you all for all the respect. But I will never sign up to make fun of people that donate their time. I won't. I swear to God, I respect you all, and thank you for coming out. I can have fun. I will never make fun of time of people that donate their personal time to making children better.
Ric Flair, everybody. The legend, the nature boy.
Ric Flair not rolling with the show format is so chaotically hilarious. Ric Flair scrolling on his phone during 1-minute sets and then walking off the show lecturing about respect is a wild dichotomy. Ric Flair just not understanding it's a comedy show. Rick may not have understood it's a comedy show, but the next walk-off, and maybe the most infamous, is Donnell Rawlings. Rawlings is best known for his time on The Chappelle Show, so you'd think he, unlike Flair, would get that Kill Tony is a comedy show. But his vibe was off from the start. Like,
Yo, I know I probably talk about this like every other stream, but when I got shot, right, when I was in the hospital, they used to come in the hospital at like 6 in the morning and give me a shot in my stomach so I didn't get blood clots in my stomach and back, I guess. So 6 o'clock in the morning, the Chappelle Show used to always be on, bruh, and I used to love watching Chappelle. I have all 3 here in the crib. I got all 3 seasons of Chappelle. Some niggas don't even know it's 3 seasons. It's a secret season you only get when you buy the DVD set. But anywho, the nurses, you like every episode, every time she come in, it'd be a different episode every morning, and I'd be reciting it word for word. And she like, you know all these? I'm like, yeah, it's my favorite.
he was just doing them a favor by being there. He made the show more about himself instead of just letting it ride.
Lined up for the show tonight. We have a couple surprises for you, and also
Heather, can I get my drink by chance? Heather. I'm sorry, was I rude?
Who's Heather?
Heather works for Team Chappelle. She works with our merchandise.
Oh, okay.
And she's our go-to girl for everything. She's amazing.
Okay.
From Yellow Springs, Ohio. Round of applause for Heather, everybody. Round of applause.
I love it. You guys know how it works. A bunch of people signed up for the chance to do 60 seconds uninterrupted on this show and then talk with us afterwards. You know your time is up. You know your 60 seconds uninterrupted.
Why are you making eye contact with me?
For those of you that don't know, Donnell famously, while being one of the funniest and the best guests in the show's history, he's also the most interruptive.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in the middle of a thing. You're ordering drinks from Heather.
And he has the most knocks of his microphone to the table.
That's
I'm
true.
sorry.
So that's why he has a little bumper.
That
on
was
his-
racist, son. Red, that was racist.
Here it is, 60 seconds uninterrupted from Cooper Patterson. Here we go.
Cooper is the whitest name.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, this is the part. Remember the one part?
I gotta shut up.
Remember the one rule?
1 minute. You can.
It's the 60
Okay,
seconds.
all right, I know that. Okay, all right, stop it.
Yeah, hold on.
All right,
Face the other way. Face the other way.
Okay,
Face the wall.
first off, It's a minute when they first start their first joke. Is that fair enough?
No, it's not. When I say their name for the last time, we did this show 496 times before you got here, Donnell.
Son, I didn't know it meant that. I'm sorry.
It's not a race to talk before
All
they
right,
do.
I'm sorry. And you was like, you was mad. He's like, no, Donnell, you know the rules.
Well, no, it's just 1 minute. Famously, you've been on the show 3 times, Donnell.
I know.
About an hour into the show, with Donnell constantly talking over Tony and making it all about himself, he tried to roast a comedian. But the comedian flipped it on him, roasting Donnell instead. And the crowd loved it. Donnell got so butthurt by it that he told Tony, among other things, he was going to the bathroom, but never came back.
This motherfucker got mom and dad G's on the same stage.
If you don't get the out of here, where'd you get those Jordans before or after Chappelle gave you that chain?
What? I will say this.
Yeah, I got something funny. You look like Idris Elba Blowfish.
This shop for tank tops in Victoria's Secret. You have titties.
You probably want to suck him, you little.
You crack.
He's the most successful crack baby.
Squeeze your shit, son.
I was over there thinking of jokes for this moment.
I know what he wanted to do. Oh yeah, if I roast Donnell.
No, man.
No. It's too late. I'm about to leave right now because.
No, you're not. Come on.
No, I'm going to.
He got mad. I hate when niggas.
So in the candles, this is really happening. All right, let's get right into it.
Donnell later claimed that he didn't bail because of the comedian roasting him, but because he had already been there for over 2 hours and had dinner reservations. But it was pretty clear he was upset about getting roasted, and it was only a little over an hour into the show before he bailed. About a year later, Donnell went on Rogan's podcast, and since Tony and Joe are tight, Joe asked him why he bailed. Joe even called Tony while Donnell was on the show. Instead of owning up to walking off, Donnell tried to play it off, claiming that Tony had pitted him against the comedian.
Hey, dude, I'm here. You're on the podcast right now. I'm here with Donnell Rawlings.
And I'm still beefing, mother. Tell them the real story. Tell them the real story.
Did you edit
doctored it out.
the show to make it look like Donnell was upset and that a man clowned him and he walked up the stage?
A black man. Did you edit it? First off,
Nothing
Tony
was edited.
Tony, you.
Nothing was edited. So Tony, what you see is actually the true events that took place.
100%, and he never, I mean, it's absolutely not even in question.
Is Donnell trying to pull a PR move here?
This is the reason why black people
whatever
have
he's
issues.
doing, it's very shady, and he's trying to rewrite history. We have pictures of him outside of a firehouse after the moment. He was saying hi to people at the fire department. They were like fans of his, and he went and hung out with them. He had nothing to do. He had nowhere to go.
Lord.
This is getting worse. I can't believe you left out details only to use them as a weapon when confronted by propaganda. Kudos to you, sir, for holding your cards.
No, kudos. Tony supports black on black crime. He pitted 2 black guys against each other.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought you said that you went to the bathroom and none of that stuff happened. They edited it.
I went to the bathroom.
He said that he was going to the bathroom, but he walked all the way out the front door.
Right, to the sushi spot, son. I left for sushi.
He said he left for sushi.
Jamie, please.
His reservations were much later than when he
All
left.
right, now watch this.
Thank you, Tony.
So in the candles, this is really happening.
Yeah.
Tony, thank you very much. Thank you. I see the truth now. I see the truth.
Thank you.
Thank you. Donnell.
Tony's a liar.
That was shameful.
That pretty much sums it up. Let me know what you think.
I will never make fun of time of people donating.
Imagine how much power is in that. Good Lord. Good Lord. Look at his body. He's just a ball of tense muscle just exploding on your face. Pause. That sounded a lot more gay than I was trying to make it sound.
Joe Rogan is widely known as one of the biggest podcasters in the world. However, his biggest passion, and maybe the thing he's least known for, is his stand-up comedy. Joe has more than 30 years of experience in comedy and just released his first comedy special in 6 years live on Netflix. Comedians know what being on Joe's podcast can do for their career, so they usually tread carefully around him, especially around the running joke that he doesn't quite understand comedy.
My producer takes in a lot. Ben, he spends a lot of time online.
I love that you said, these are all Ben's rants. I'm just reciting them. And there was Rogan's notorious for not getting a joke.
Right.
There was a second where he was like,
Yeah.
Wait, you mean true, Mom?
Tim Dillon says he's one of the most generous people he's ever met, always wanting others to succeed. Joe uses his platform to uplift writers, scientists, politicians, athletes, and especially comedians, like Shane Gillis. Shane told Joe that when he was in Lorne Michaels' office, he sarcastically said, "I'll just go on Rogan." But the sarcasm went over Joe's head.
And I was like, whatever, I'll do. If I get fired here, whatever, I'll just go do Joe Rogan next week and I'll be fine. Anyway, I thought that was funny. No?
What?
I was like, I literally.
Is that what you thought?
I literally thought that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought it would be funny.
Well, it could have been funny.
Yeah.
I was booked up, though.
No, it's fine. It was just funny to truly. That was a conversation I actually had.
Really?
In Lorne Michaels' office in the middle of that.
That's hilarious.
I was in pure panic.
Terror?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But.
Because I remember somebody contacted me.
Shane was admittedly nervous. After all, JRE is the biggest platform in podcasting, maybe in all of media. The joke is that Shane is so arrogant he thought he could just waltz onto Rogan's show. But in reality, he's a humble guy, and it was just sarcasm.
Yeah, I bombed on there, and that was bad, dude. That was cutting off.
Yeah.
I wish someone would have cut my head off right then, dude.
And that was early.
I was Jamie.
3 minutes in.
Red face, just like, what?
Yeah. It is great. Doesn't he still not get the joke?
He gets it.
He gets it now?
Yeah. He understood it then. He thought, I mean, there is a part of the joke where there's something underlying it. If it was about you, you'd be like, you're accusing me of not helping you. That's the part he took from it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But the joke was, I was arrogant and stupid. And I was like, I'll just go on Rogan. I don't give a he's definitely going to have me on.
He's like, wait, what?
And he was like, who are you?
You can't fully blame Joe for not laughing at Shane's joke. That kind of humor often gets lost when you're not familiar with someone. Now that Shane and Joe are friends, Joe understands Shane's style, and that joke would definitely land better with him now. Annie Letterman experienced the same issue as Shane. She threw in a joke while Joe was discussing something serious. Her joke was good, and I think most people would understand where she was going with it.
Everyone has the right to be whatever they are.
Oh, you think?
I think so.
What about Nazis?
They have more of a right. A third right.
I don't think that's right. I think it's something. That's a different word. It's
Reich?
Yeah. What does that even mean? What is Third Reich?
I don't know.
I mean, I know what the Third Reich is, but I don't even know what it means. Take a guess. I literally have no idea what that means.
Again, I think this was a moment where Joe wasn't really familiar with his guest. With the sheer number of people he interviews, it's hard to switch out of interview mode, making it difficult to tell when someone is joking.
That people are forgetting that whether you agree with someone or not, they have the right to believe whatever they want.
Right.
Okay? And Rogan goes, even the Nazis? And I go, no, they have the third right. And he goes,
That's great.
He goes, you made me, I was going to have to be a Nazi sympathizer. He put me into a wall that I boxed my way out of with a quick joke. I said it that fast. Then he goes, isn't it Reich? And then Jamie looked up what Reich was. I was like, it's brilliant, I just saved myself from having to defend Nazis.
Yeah, and it's a good joke that worked. That joke would kill on my podcast.
Annie isn't part of the Rogan sphere, but Shane is. He's been on JRE 11 times and will be on plenty more. Shane's friendship with Joe has grown, and the better Joe knows you, the more comfortable he is around you. He's also more open to being the butt of the joke.
Quads. Imagine how much power's in that. Good Lord. Good Lord. Look at his body. He's just a ball of tense muscle just exploding on your face. That sounded a lot more gay than I was trying to make it sound.
There aren't many people who can make Joe laugh out loud, especially on his own podcast. But Shane's frat boy style humor is right up Joe's alley.
Armpit hair doesn't bother me at all.
No.
Doesn't
On
bother
a lady?
me.
So
No.
wait, you like jacked ladies with armpit hair?
Yeah, a little bit of
You're
armpit
getting
hair.
close, dude. You're so close. That's as close as it gets.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I like a good buzz cut.
I like them bald.
Yeah,
I like a bald lady. She can wear a wig.
Yeah, she can
You be a different hairstyle
Get her
every
some
night.
khakis.
One of the top sub-podcasts on JRE is Protect Our Parks, featuring Shane, Ari Shafir, and Mark Norman. It's a full-on comedy show. Mark Norman is one of the funniest comedians around, and you can see Joe loves having him on. But sometimes Mark's humor just doesn't sit right with Joe, and you can visibly see his frustration.
He actually released photos of it.
Pull it up. Game O.
In 2021, there was a UFO that hovered over an Air Force base.
Stop.
What?
Slow it down. Slow it down.
You gotta stop. Sorry, I'm
taking this in. I can't.
There's a lot going on here.
Show the pictures of the UFO. These guys, 50 guys observed this thing.
Corbell, dang, I'm trying to process that.
Out of all of Joe's guests, nobody roasts him more than Mark Norman.
Here's in my hand. Look
That's
at this.
perfect.
How little that is.
You
so
got a
perfect.
crazy gorilla monkeypox hand.
Look at
that thing. Look at that,
dude.
You're gonna climb the Empire State.
They're not. They don't fit most of my body. I think I didn't get enough food when I was small.
Yeah, you got proportions, dude.
Can you wear
You're
this?
an action figure.
For real, you look like a gorilla up on stage.
Someone in my ancestry, monkey.
You're a silver hack. All right, we're back.
Can't help him.
Out of all of Norman's jokes at Joe, this one stands out as one of the best because you can see it actually cuts Joe pretty deep.
Building's blown outward.
Whoa.
Like it's blown out. Now, I'm obviously not a bomb expert, but I talked to one.
You should see your act.
He can't stop himself.
All right. Keep going. I needed some levity.
If you look at, it did need levity. If you look at the images of the building, if you look at the images of,
I'm not a bomb.
You're an animal. You're an animal. You can't be stopped.
Jack Ranger.
But,
it's crazy.
but I'm interested.
Some people find it funnier when Joe just doesn't laugh at jokes. It's better than his fake laugh.
You think there is? It's very like, I know everything. I kind of do agree with a lot of what he says.
In Joe's defense, he's done over 2,000 episodes with a wide array of guests. It's going to be tough to always get on the same level. And you have to hand it to Mark. Most people are too afraid to call Joe out on his fake laugh.
Dirty. Eating it. I get a titter here and there. You know, when you're outdoor, I made the one joke. I actually heard a cricket. One guy goes, huh. You know, that guy, you know, like the condescending, like, meh, meh, meh.
Yeah.
That,
Sounds like
you know,
a sheep.
Yeah, Rogan does that shit. You know, he goes, meh, meh. You're like, oh, you bald.
He does do that.
I hate the meh, meh.
I'm like,
While Norman is willing to be honest with Joe about his comedy and fake laugh, not everyone from the Protect Our Parks podcast is comfortable with calling him out. Ari, in particular, tends to hold back when Joe doesn't get a joke, and he's been friends with Joe longer than anyone.
Yeah, people are like, how do you think he's going to do? I'm like, I don't know.
I thought 20K. I thought there's no way.
I mean,
I told him 8 million.
He told me 8 million. I told him 6 million. And he goes, no, I think 8. I'm like, you're missing the joke. And now he's stuck. And I'm going, so guys, if you're watching, as soon as it gets, just get it to 6 million and prove Joe Rogan wrong. Everybody watch right
Joe
now.
doesn't believe it's 6 million.
Jew on YouTube. Joe does not believe in the 6 million.
And black and gay were in there, by the way.
I didn't get the Holocaust joke until right now.
Really?
Literally. I'm so done. And when you said just get it to 6 million, I'm like, God, he's selling himself short. I really think he can make it to 8.
I literally
was so
texted
literal.
him.
Goebbels.
I texted him. I was like, Joe, instead of 6 weeks and 8 million, why don't you reverse those? He goes, no, I believe it'll be 8 million. I'm like, I said, Joe, pretend like you're a comedian for a second and look at my numbers.
Yeah, I didn't get the reference.
As one of the biggest names on the planet, it's always funny to see Joe get called out, especially by comedians. And it's especially funny when it happens on the Protect Our Parks podcast because it genuinely feels like a comedy show. In one-on-one podcasts, the jokes don't always land well, like when Bill Burr was on.
I like the little skip step, too, like a cornerback.
Well, he's running at the guy with the camera and knocks him over.
The man achieved his goal, okay? As much as you don't approve of what he's doing.
He achieved his goal. No, she's still got the paper
I
in
know,
her hand.
I'm joking.
Bill Burr is a top-tier comedian, and he's not one of the Rogan sphere, so he doesn't feel the need to walk on eggshells. On the End of the World podcast at the Comedy Store, he roasted Rogan hard for rocking a Little Rascals hat.
No, Joe, you lunatic. Somebody gets in my face, that might cause me to get more lunatic. I eat a little bit of protein. You had to beat out of people for like 3 decades before you could like chill, smoke a little weed, put on your Little Rascals hat, and just chill out.
Rascals hat.
You don't understand. I love him to death. But this guy is the most testosterone filled dude I've ever met. That's why I love him. I love him. He's like every guy I met in Boston. welded together. He's crazy.
The little rascal's hat will haunt me for the rest of my life.
No, and this is what killing me. No,
I'll never put this on.
No.
Theo Von is one of the nicest guys in comedy, and like Burr, he's not really part of the Rogan sphere. Theo didn't call Joe out for not getting a joke, even when Joe showed him his ice bath video. Theo made a good joke about Joe's form, but instead of laughing it off, Joe took it seriously.
Climbing right out of the sauna. See all the ice in there? That's me coming. I worked out, and they usually do this. So look at this chunk of ice. I usually do this right after cardio. So this is like a cardio session.
Wow, dude. You look like one of those turkeys when they tie it up and it gets all like kind of like lined out. You know what I'm talking about? When they put that rope around the ham and it's got all the...
Oh, my six-pack?
Yeah.
It's called working out, son.
Yeah, yeah, it is, bro. I didn't know what that end game could be like, baby. That's freaking wild, dude. Congratulations, man.
Just keep working out and you'll get there too.
Then there are comedians like Jeff Garlin. If you've seen Joe stand up over the years, you know he loves to be animated and act out some of his jokes. Maybe Jeff knew about this and decided to subtly roast Joe for it.
No. And by the way, when you see someone moving around like that on stage, I will bet you every penny I have they're not funny. Anytime I saw someone miming, pumping air, I would just go, not funny.
No.
It was just like, it was a sign of like...
But what if there's a bit where you have to mime pumping air? There's got to be a bit.
Pumping air?
Yeah.
You mean like
there's got to be
screwing pumping?
Some bits.
What? But who doesn't know what that looks like? Why do you need to pump?
Maybe there's a reason. There's got to be something.
Unless like you're imitating someone having a heart attack pumping, and most of the move around people are pushing it, just oversell shit by physicalizing what should be just funny the way you say it. The content is about your physicality.
Right.
That's not dancing.
Right.
Dancing's when you put like English, like when you're doing this to accentuate what you're saying. It's like, screw that. We don't need
I almost feel bad for Joe knowing he has years of stool jokes in his act while Garland critiques them as the lowest form of comedy. And there's Kevin Smith. His joke about his dog helping him write material goes right over Joe's head, and Kevin ends up having to explain it to him.
He wrote my 4 best movies. That's why he died. I made Tusk and Yoga Hosers. Like, without that dog writing for me.
How'd he write for you?
It's a joke, Joe. He was feral. He was just saying he was so smart.
Oh.
He was so smart. How smart was he? He's so smart he wrote my last few scripts. Joke didn't quite land. Sorry,
I was missing something.
I
I wasn't paying attention.
I didn't set it up properly.
That's all I have.
Give me that old-time religion!
What's the deal with airplane peanuts? What's the worst bomb? I bombed in Kalamazoo for 20,000 people.
What?
20 minutes of silence.
What?
I could hear people like, what is this?
Wow.
20,000 people?
Where?
Yeah.
What?
Seinfeld?
No, a Schumer gig years ago, Kalamazoo, brutal.
Wait, Schumer's crowd didn't get you?
Well, it was just, it was like, we
They were there
started
for
late,
Amy.
but you got to go on. They were half-seated.
Were they like, this
Nightmare.
guy's not like a slut?
Yeah, there was a lot of that, too.
I came here to talk about being a slut.
They hated it.
I'm wasted.
I want you to do Trump talking to Amy.
She's a fat pig. She's a disgusting.
Oh my God.
Yesterday, I was at the Netflix is a Joke comedy festival. Shout out Netflix. I did Amy Schumer and Friends. She has a show coming out on Netflix where like she hosts and then 5 comics do stand up.
Did she book you or did just someone?
I think she did, yeah. And then I absolutely bombed on both tapings, so there's no escaping
2
it.
tapings.
So when you see
same set, both tapings.
Same set, both tapings.
How many minutes?
7 minutes, babe.
7 minutes is tough.
It was a
7
show.
minutes is
Well,
tough.
here's the thing. It was a show about the theme was parenting, okay, and family. And I went up first on both shows, but the theme was family. And
You got that on lockdown.
I proceeded to do because I had just done all my family jokes on Special Westry on Netflix. I had not a lot of new material, so I proceeded on a family show that Amy Schumer did jokes about family, great jokes about a family. I proceeded to do a 6-minute bit about how my dog Larry died and how he was given the wrong medication. And
I love that joke.
Talked about, hey, babe, and the only way that joke works is if you laugh at the beginning, then there's a little bit of setup, you laugh a little bit in the middle, and then a huge blast at the end.
Right.
And none of that happened. Nobody laughed in the middle. They kind of laughed a little bit in the. Nobody laughed in the beginning. Subtle laughs in the middle, and then the end was a full cricket bomb.
No.
Full cricket bomb. The first show I just got off and was like, whatever I have to do. The second show, I hit the punchline, which normally gets laughs, absolutely bombed. I looked straight into the camera. I said, I'm going to kill myself. I swear to God.
No, you didn't.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
Keep that in? Did the crowd go nuts?
The crowd said nothing.
When you said I'm going to kill myself?
I said at the end, I said, I'm going to kill myself. And that completely, I swear to God.
Who is off in the wings?
Pete Lee was the warm-up comic.
Yeah.
You know Pete Lee,
Yeah,
great
of course,
guy.
yeah.
Dying laughing in the hallway back. He goes, I can't believe you said that. He goes, if Netflix has any balls, they'll keep that in.
I had pushed my set because I had done the improv changed their time and the factory changed their time. And then I told Adam, I'm going to be late. So I was late. So then my spot, you know, your spot slides down. And I slid down and I said, I'll still do it. And it was a late spot. There was barely anybody in the room. I'm like, I guess I'll just try some new shit. I get up there. You know those nights when you're like, whatever, there's nobody here. It's like a Tuesday. So I get up there. I'm trying a bunch of new shit. It's going like mediocre, but it's fine. Like it's just in my head. I'm like, this is fine. This is exactly what I wanted. It's a bunch of new stuff. I get off stage. I go to sit down to look at my phone to turn off my recorder. Rock is sitting next to me. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. And I turn and he goes, hey. And I was like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
And I just sat there on my phone. And then before he gets up, he kind of is like, you know, like looking to get up and leave without it being like weird because I just sat right next to him. And he kind of turns to me and he just goes, a good set, man. And then he walks away. And I was like, no, he knows. He knows how bad it was. And when you say good set, man. And
walk away.
No,
it's not good.
It was, so now he'll remember that. Who, that kid?
Yeah.
Nah.
Did I tell you what happened to me with him at Caroline's? Oh my God. This is the reason why I don't play Caroline's. They've asked. I'll just say no because of this one experience.
Did you used to play it all the time?
All the time.
I've only played it once.
So, this is before Tiger Belly or Bad Friends or anything. I just didn't have an audience.
Yeah, you did.
I had Mad TV audiences, but they were dwindling.
Sure.
Right? So I would sell okay tickets one show.
Right.
And then there'd be some shows that would be completely not good.
Right.
Like 20, 30 people.
Right.
This one particular night, it was a Saturday night, second show, and just no tickets were sold.
Zero.
I mean, I had maybe 12 people in the audience.
Saturday night down in New York is so hard.
Alright, my fault. I'm right the whole time. I gotta run. I'll be back. Now I'll start the stream back up. I'm staying home tonight. We're gonna get back on Project Zomboid.